And now, the presentation of the Gambling Heisman Trophy. Awarded to the most outstanding Division I player whose athletic excellence best enabled the pursuit of monetary gain through the art and science of wagering on college football.
We do have to get to the presentation of the most hallowed and prestigious award in all of sports betting, the third annual presentation of the Gambling Heisman Trophy, presented annually by the Action Network Gambling Heisman Trust. We first need to honor our past recipients. 2018, Trevor Lawrence, Clemson, covering machine. He took my money quite a few times. 2019, Lynn Bowden Jr., Kentucky. Amazing some of the covers he was able to get, taking over at quarterback, leading receiver, leading rusher. Kentucky was great against the spread that year. Many qualified finalists this year. I'll let Colin argue for one. Who was your nominee?
Well, before I get into my nominee, I want to give a shout out to some contenders. Haj Malik Williams we rode Campbell, my humps. We rode Campbell so hard through their first three covers. So I want to give a shout out to him. Also have to give a shout out to my Justin Bieber t-shirt wearing former Razorback quarterback that Chad Morris loved. Nick Starkle found himself a home in San Jose State. San Jose State this year went 6-1-1 against the spread. Amazing turnaround for those guys, and I'm glad Starkle had such a productive season. But truth be told, with that team, the defense had a big part to do with their against the spread record. So I passed on Starkle. Indiana, if you look at the against the spread record, 7-1 against the spread this year. But Michael Penix Jr., greatest photo finish of the year, he didn't play the entire season. So I didn't give him any props for this award. I'm going with the best defensive player in college football, a guy that covered a game all by himself, and that would be Zaven Collins of Tulsa. Not only is he a one-man wrecking crew when it comes to the rush, when it comes to defending the pass, Tulsa came from the depths of a black hole with a new defensive coordinator and a new scheme 2 years ago, and Zaven Collins now leads this team with the worst offense in FBS. They went 7-2 against the spread this year. Just check the tape on Tulsa-Tulane, a game in which Tulsa was never covering, and Tulane bettors felt completely safe until he returned the game-winning points covering final play in overtime for Tulsa-Tulane by himself. Broke a lot of hearts and put a lot of tickets in a wastebasket that night. Zaven Collins, University of Tulsa, that's my candidate.
A worthy candidate. And the Penix, that was awesome. Had some Indiana money line. That was one of the highlights of the year for me. Oh, and that also, I hit the round robin that day with like seven dogs that won by like a total of 7 points. So shout out to Penix. But I agree, he didn't play the whole year. Your boy Starkle, he didn't even play every down. Like was Nash was playing some as well. But here's the thing. You said it. You disqualified Collins yourself. He didn't play every game this year. And look, I had him when they had an enormous comeback against SMU, and he sealed it with an interception. He was amazing. Best linebacker, one of the Nagurski best linebacker, but he didn't play in the bowl game. I can't give it to him.
He didn't want to get Mike Leach fired. That's it. He didn't want to get Mike Leach fired.
Still, he did not play every game, and there is a much more worthy winner. I'm proud to present the 2020 Gambling Heisman Trophy, again, presented annually by the Action Network Gambling Heisman Trust, to quarterback Drew Plitt of Ball State. Ball State, yes, they only went, 6-3 against the spread, but, oh, baby, did they do some good things for us. They beat Buffalo, 2 touchdown underdogs in the MAC championship. They beat San Jose State as 9.5, 10-point underdogs in the bowl game. They beat Toledo as 10-point underdogs earlier in the year. They somehow pulled out a win against Western Michigan as an underdog. They needed that Western Michigan game as an underdog. They needed to beat Toledo as 10-point dogs to get to the MAC championship, to get to that bowl game where they made us so much money. And we we need to get a winner from the MAC. And the MAC was supposed to not play. They were the first to announce that they weren't going to play. They ended up playing. They brought us so much weekday joy when we thought we weren't going to have any. Congratulations to Drew Plitt, quarterback from your 2020 MAC champion Ball State Cardinals. And also, they beat your boy Starkle in the bowl game as 10-point dogs. So the award goes to Plitt. Can you live with that? Oh,
yeah, absolutely. Ball State made me a lot of money. We've loved Ball State for years. This team just needed to stay healthy and they could start dominating the MAC. I'm glad that we got a MAC season. 9-1 was great. I can absolutely live with a team that won the MAC with those kinds of odds. Sure.